The new Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, has called on the federal government to urgently review its economic policies to align with the prevailing sufferings of the people and boost productivity in the country. In its one-year assessment of the Tinubu's administration, the party noted with dismay that the renewed hope agenda of the government was not yielding the desired benefits. Rather, it has inflicted untold hardships on the people. According to a statement by NNPP National Publicity Secretary on Wednesday, Ladipo Johnson noted that economic indicators and performance index of the economy were not giving Nigerians any hope because they are not feeling the impact of government on their daily well-being. Joining me now in the studio to discuss this is Public Affairs Analyst Bola Bolawole. Bola, thank you very much for joining us on the news.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Quick assessment. What has been the impact of Tinubu's leadership style in the political landscape of this country so far?
1 year of President Bola Tinubu has been very, very impactful, whether positively or negatively, depending on what angle you are looking at it from. For those who are criticizing him, it has been 1 year of untold suffering to Nigerians. But for those who can see beyond that, it has been 1 year of groundbreaking activities, trying to set a very good foundation for the new Nigerian that he promised us that he was going to bring about. He talked about a hope-renewed agenda, and I'm sure that you know that you can't build unless you first of all clear the ground, first of all destroy certain things. So maybe in the last 1 year, he's trying to clear the ground so that he can build the new Nigeria that he has promised.
So I notice that you've diplomatically not said your personal view, your assessment as a public affairs analyst who is in the polity and feels the bite of what is going on, and of course the long-term vision. If I'm to take your word now, what is your candid view of his leadership and the impact it is having?
My candid opinion is that he is doing the right thing. Though very difficult things for us as individuals who are feeling the pinch. I am feeling the pinch like every other person. But I think that he's doing the right thing, he's on the right path. If we can continue like this, if we can continue to do the right thing, that maybe within the next 2-3 years, we should be out of the woods. There is nothing very important that we want to do in nation building that will not bring about some suffering. So, and for somebody who has always understood that it is easier to destroy than to build, for somebody who has followed 8 years of the previous administration and have seen the amount of destruction, amount of dislocation that we have witnessed in the economy and the body politic, I knew that it was not going to be easy for us to get out of it. So I am not one of the people expecting miracles to have been performed within 1 year. No, I am one of the people looking at what has been done and assessing.
So you feel the bashing is too early in the day? 1 year is too early for people to be making such, relatively harsh criticisms of the administration?
It's good to criticize. It's good to put the government on its toes. That is what we have lacked in the past, which we have now, which I like. Because in the past, we didn't have vibrant opposition that will put the government on its toes. Now we have a vibrant opposition, either from the Labour Party or from the PDP or from Labour or from civil society organizations or from citizen journalists, that everybody is crying, everybody is talking, everybody is saying it should be this, it should be that. So we need that.
What are his policy statements and strategy that's giving you confidence that the suffering that we're going through now is part of a larger picture that will be for the benefit of Nigerians? Is it maybe his appointments? Is it the subsidy removal? You see the bigger picture that a lot of persons are yet to acknowledge?
Yeah, if subsidy had not been removed, maybe by now the country will have collapsed. Maybe by now we would not have been able to pay salaries. Maybe by now we would not have been able to do anything, because the amount of money the corruption that was in that subsidy and the amount of money that we were spending that was going into subsidy, it had gotten to a level that it was no longer possible to sustain it And don't forget, this same government that removed subsidy they were the same people that prevented the previous administration of Jonathan from removing subsidy when it would have been easier, when the sovereign would have been lesser for Nigerians. They said, no, there was no subsidy. They said there was no need to remove subsidy. And then the subsidy continued, and this thing continued over leaps and bounds. And we had 8 years of Buhari and subsidy. And at the end of the day, when this government now came in and they themselves came to realize that, no, we made a mistake. What they should have told us in the beginning before the removal, they were sorry we made a mistake. We should have allowed this subsidy to have been removed by the Jonathan administration. We went to Ojota, we were grandstanding, we were saying a lot of things. We weren't in government, we didn't see what was happening. Now we have seen that this thing ought to go. That is the number one mistake that they made. The second mistake they made was, now how do we remove it? You see, you were out of government and you made a very, very important pronouncement of subsidy is gone. When you have not seen the statistics, you have not seen the details. You only knew that, well, the information you have wasn't complete. So that is why people say, oh, it was a little bit tactless, it was hasty, you should have maybe been there, you should have seen the figures and things like that.
Aside the subsidy removal, what other policies gives you the confidence that this is just the teething stage?
I like some of the people that he has in power. I like some of the people that he has appointed. We can see that some of them are doing a very good job, like the Minister of Works, for instance. So there are some of them that I believe that if these people are allowed to work, that they will turn this country around. Like the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory is another one. Like the Minister of Internal Affairs is another one. We have seen what has happened to our passports and things like that. So I believe that if we have such people, if we can grow them, if we can remove some of the people we think are not performing, like he has said after 1 year, he will review his ministers, those who are not performing will give weight, people who can perform will be brought in. If we have that kind of system where there is consequence for non-performance, in the past, we had no consequence for anything. Anything goes, anything happens. You had a government...
I wish we had more time. I would ask you to speak on the presentations that has been done so far by the ministers, but I hope we can do that some other time. Thank you very much, Bola, for speaking with us.
It's my problem. It's my problem to be here.